Hello YouTube, this is Richard Trent and this is day 10 of my fasting, of my 23 days fasting, in which the first 3 days is intermittent and the last 7 is water only fasting. That means I did not have any solid food. And first of all, I want to say hi to my family and friends in Calgary, to my cousins in US like Chicago, California, New York, and Michigan. And then especially to my friends here in the Philippines, where I live in Orion, Bataan. You know, if you heard about death march during World War II in 1942, that place is here where I live. Okay? So before I discuss to you my experience for on the 7th day of my fasting, I know it's not really pretty good for my health, because I was already told by the doctor on the first day I gave him my paperwork for the laboratory blood testing. He said I cannot do it and it might get me sick or even have a heart attack. But he didn't know I was practicing the last 3 months with intermittent fasting, and I think I also had the 3 days water fasting. So far so good. But this last 2 days, because I'm already on the 6th and 7th day, so for 1 week I have not taken anything. And I you know, if you're not taking food, you just get the big change that you kind of feel weird or fuzzy sometimes, like lightheaded, and sometimes you got some muscle pain around your body. But I'm not worried, because I have the 2 tester that I use all the time. Every time when I feel different, I use my blood monitor tester, and I also use my BP tester. Okay, so I just want to warn you again, for those seniors like me, like I'm 71, but for those guys who are senior citizens and they want to follow my lead, please consult with your family doctor and or medical professional. If something happens to you, it's not my fault. It's not my responsibility. Okay, so before we get excited and tell, of course, I'm gonna tell you that today I have a really very good. I think it's a good news, because I went to some kind of big problem, but I was able to solve it. But let me get my reading first, so I can the blood sugar, so I can show you what is my reading now at roughly, I think, around 5:30 now, 5:45 here in the Philippines. Okay, so I'm gonna get my sugar reading. '81. That's good. Like I said before, I prepare my reading around lower 80s, or even in the 70s, as long as I don't go below 70s, because I could probably do it during intermittent fasting, but during the time when you are having ketosis, which means your energy or your body is getting food from your body, which means it's burning your fat. That's where you get your energy. And from what I heard, on day 8, your ketosis will be at maximum, so that you really feel good as if you ate. But in the first few days, your ketosis is just building up. But this is just my opinion. I'm not a medical personnel, and I just learned this after watching all those YouTube videos. So I'm gonna take now my blood pressure. So I'm gonna make myself calm down a little bit, okay? Okay. I got 121/68. So that's really pretty good. Okay. So I'm gonna record that. 121/68. So that's about for 5:30 or quarter to 6 in the afternoon. So now I can summarize to you what happened today. At I think roughly 6 o'clock, 7:30 this morning, which I showed live in Facebook, my reading was 82, which is pretty good. And then something happened to me around 8 o'clock. I felt I was a little bit dizzy, okay, and I was a little bit, they call it lightheadedness and weak, okay. So every time I feel that, I will get my reading, okay. So at around 9 o'clock, I took my reading, and it was 83 over, no, that's wrong. I got 124 for my blood sugar. And then the BP was 98/50. So I was really shocked. I said, oh my God, if I got 126, then I'm diabetic. Of course, in Canada, they don't judge you that way. Maybe one day you're in a trauma, or you are in an accident, your sugar can easily go up over 200. But there's a reason for that. You're in a trauma, so your body's stressed. So that's what happened. Your blood sugar will go up. But it doesn't mean you're diabetic. You become diabetic if your reading is steady like that. every day, let's say for about a week. Now, I just went 124 this morning for my BP, and look what happened to my blood pressure, 98 over 50. Now, now I know I'm treading on the thing. So I started analyzing what's wrong. What did I miss? So and then I remember, come on, brother, drink more water. And I also forgot to take my how do you call it, Enerbon C or Enerbon. They call it Enerbon here. It's a multivitamin medication. So I took that just for insurance. I take that every day, and I think the equivalent of that in Canada is that I forgot the name. It start with a C, but once I remember, I'll tell you. Okay, so anyway, the reading was high. So I took a lot of water, and then I took that multivitamin, and then I rested. After half an hour, guess what? When I took my reading, it went down to 83. And then my blood pressure became normal. It became 100 over 60 instead of that 50 at 9 o'clock. Okay? So still I wanna get an insurance. And at 10 o'clock I took my blood sugar again. It went to 90, went up to 90. That means from 83 at 9 o'clock, at 10 o'clock went to 90. So I said, well, I'm still okay. I just hate to be in the 100 area or 110. I hate that. Of course, I don't like 124. And I know when I hit numbers like that, I gotta check. What am I doing wrong? So at lunchtime, it went up some more, around 91. But it looks manageable. So basically today I didn't do anything. I just rested. I asked somebody to manage my Airbnb rentals. So I didn't have to do anything. I just stayed in my bed because I wanna conserve, because this is my first week, and I was hoping that full-time ketosis will work on the 8th day, so that they said you're gonna feel strong, because then your own body will really support you and give you all the energy. So we will find out. So if it was 91 at lunchtime, now I just showed you it's 81. Okay, so it's pretty good. We're doing fine. Regarding my BP, it was 103 over 49 in the morning at 6:30, and then my BP was 96 over 62. Okay, so yeah, I'm fine. No, actually I had 83. No, 98 over 50 at 9 o'clock, and then 100 at 9:30, 100 over 60. So at 10 o'clock, I was 96 over 62. So my BP is just normal, because the upper one's supposed to be 90 to 120, and the lower one is between 60 to 90. I'm just on the lower end, but my body now is starting to come down on the BP reading, and that's exactly what I'm waiting for. When they do come down very low, as prescribed by the doctors, I will remove my medication for hypertension. Like I've already removed 2 out of my 4 medication in BP. So but I have to see first a continuous trend. Let's say I see that for like low reading on the last, say, 2-3 days, then that's the time I will remove my medication. Okay, so at lunchtime my BP was 102/63, and then right now that I showed you, it's 121/68. So as a summary, I think it's good, and I learned something. I really have to remind myself, take your supplements, vitamin supplements in the morning, and drink a lot of water. And if you feel you're weak, just lie down, rest, because the fight is not over. We're talking 3 weeks. I still have another 14-15 days to get that 23 days of fasting. So I don't want to use up all my energy. But as soon as my sugar go crazy, or my blood sugar go in a not manageable way, then who knows? I might quit. I don't want to jeopardize my health. So I hope this presentation helps you. But I'm just showing this demo, and I'm giving you my opinion. Okay, this is just my opinion. It's not recommended for you guys asking for help. Check with your doctor, or do your own research. Check Facebook or Google it, and it might even help you better. But like I said, I'm not a medical professional. I'm a engineer, mechanical engineer by profession. So if this presentation is helping you, please like my video below and subscribe. And of course, if you have some friends who can use this information, do share them, and I'll really appreciate it. Okay, so thank you very much, and I'm signing off now here in the Philippines. Thank you. Bye-bye.